This wasn't supposed to happen this fast. Just days into WNBA training camp.
Indiana
And
Fever
the footage
training
coming out
camp
of
just
Indiana
started,
is
and the
already
footage
making
coming out of
people
Indianapolis
uncomfortable.
is
Not fans, teams. Because what Caitlin Clark is doing right now, it doesn't look like a player coming back from injury. It looks like a player who just leveled up. We're talking no-look passes that don't make sense, deep threes dropping like warm-ups, and a team that suddenly feels dangerous. And here's the crazy part. This might not even be the final version of the Indiana Fever, because behind the highlights, there's something bigger forming. Chemistry, confidence, and a system that actually works. So now the real question is, are we watching early season hype, or the rise of a real WNBA championship team? Stay locked in, because what happens later in this video completely changes how you should look at Indiana this season.
she's been clear.
The first thing people noticed wasn't even the highlights, it was the energy inside training camp. This didn't feel like a team starting over. It felt like a team picking up where it left off, but sharper, louder, more focused. You could see it in the way players communicated. You could hear it in the pace of drills. There was no hesitation. And that matters more than people think. Because in the WNBA, talent alone doesn't win championships. Connected teams do. And right now, Indiana looks connected. There's confidence in how they move. There's trust in how they pass. And most importantly, there's belief. This isn't a group hoping things click. This is a group expecting it.
Reasons I knew Fever was a priority. I knew that I wanted to kind of be a Fever girl again in a certain way. My relationships that I built with AB, CC, and even like Lexi and like Soph and all those guys, it was family vibes. So I couldn't I couldn't shake it and let it go.
Clark.
Coming into this season, there was one real concern: timing, not skill, not talent, not shooting, timing. Because after months off, even elite players lose that split-second instinct, that ability to read defenses before they react. But what we're seeing from Caitlin Clark right now, that timing didn't disappear. It got sharper. She's making reads faster than defenders can adjust, throwing passes before windows even open, and controlling pace like she never left. That's not normal. That's not recovery. That's evolution. And if this version of Clark is real, the entire WNBA just got a problem.
Kelsey, the first $1 million player in Fever history.
As she should be, period.
So just your thoughts on her commitment to this franchise and getting rewarded in that way after being here so long.
Yeah, I love Kelsey. I think just like you said, her dedication to this franchise has just been so crucial. And I mean, she's a big part as to why we even made it so far last year, especially with C being out. And so for her to get that money, I'm so proud of her.
Mitchell.
Now let's talk about the move that might define Indiana's entire season. Kelsey Mitchell coming back, because this wasn't guaranteed. She had options, real ones. After an all WNBA level season, she could have tested the market and gone anywhere, but she didn't. She stayed. And that decision, it might be the most important one Indiana made, because Mitchell and Clark together create something defenses hate: pressure. If you chase Clark, Mitchell attacks. If you collapse on Mitchell, Clark shoots. There's no safe option. And when both players are locked in, you're not guarding them, you're surviving them.
AB's just the rock. She's the one who keeps everybody, settled, keeps everybody calm, manages situation.
The moment she put on the Fever uniform, she has impacted this team.
The future of this Fever ball club really belongs to her, and she is going to take them to some special places.
When she catches the ball with her 2 feet in the paint like that, she is the most efficient player in the WNBA.
And what makes Boston?
Every great team has a player that holds everything together. For Indiana, that's Aaliyah Boston. She's not the loudest. She's not the flashiest. But she's the reason everything works. She defends. She rebounds. She finishes through contact. And she gives this team something every contender needs: stability. Because when Clark is pushing pace and creating chaos, Boston is the one making sure it doesn't fall apart. And that's why Indiana didn't hesitate to lock her in long term. They're not betting on what she is. They're betting on what she's about to become.
I knew it was in the works, but I mean, I saw it on social media and just super happy for her. Largest salary in WNBA history over the course of the deal. So nobody more deserving, really happy for her. And, happy that she gets to spend more time here because these fans really love her. This organization really loves her, and I've loved getting to play with her every single second. Like, she's not only a great basketball player.
Here's something people are overlooking. Indiana didn't just build this team. They kept it together. Lexi Hull, Sophie Cunningham, key rotation players. They had value. They had options, but they chose this, and that says everything. Because players don't stay unless they believe something real is happening. And right now, Indiana feels like a place players want to win, not just play. That's how contenders are built, not just with talent, but with buy-in.
This is home. I think, when season ended last year, I knew this is where I wanted to be. I've been here for 4 seasons and feel like we had a great momentum last season. We're able to accomplish more than we had in the past. And I think for me, I just want to keep growing on that, building on that, and building with this group. The fans are great. From the moment I got here my rookie year, even though we didn't have the best year on the court, they welcomed me with open arms. Someone from the West Coast didn't have a lot of people here, didn't have anyone here really that I knew. They made this place feel like home, and it's just continued to feel more and more like home.
Now adding the new pieces. Monique Billings, Maisha Hines-Allen. These aren't flashy signings, but they're exactly what Indiana needed. Toughness, rebounding, defense, the kind of players who do the dirty work when games get physical, because last season, that's where Indiana struggled. Not skill, physicality. And now, that weakness is gone. This team didn't just get better, they got tougher.
Year 1.
How you feeling?
Feverish. Hey!
Good. Excited. Home. Free. 317.
Yes! First day! Woo!
Good. Ready to go? Year 2, here we go. I have no message. Let's get it.
Picture this.
Head coach Stephanie White made one thing clear. This team wants to be top 3 defensively. That's not a goal. That's an expectation. And if they get there, everything changes. Because now you're not just dealing with an explosive offense. You're dealing with a complete team. A team that can score and stop you when it matters. That's the difference between good teams and championship teams.
First and foremost, Mo's an elite communicator. She's an elite communicator on the defensive end of the floor. There shouldn't be mistakes in coverages because she's talking about it. She's a really good defender, active, aggressive. She's a hard rim runner. She's a hard roller out of ball screens. She's a terrific rebounder. She's a bright personality. She brings a lot of energy. She's smiling. She enjoys being out there. She enjoys the game. I thought her and Caitlin had really good chemistry at USA as well. So looking forward to.
Then came the clips, the ones that spread everywhere. And this is where things got serious. Caitlin Clark, no look pass in traffic, perfect. Another one, right on target. Deep 3, nothing but net. Again and again. People didn't just watch. They rewatched because it didn't look real. And that's when the conversation changed. This wasn't hype anymore. This was a warning.
I learned from a lot of the vets here. I was listening. They were giving me, a good welcoming. They were telling me how training camp's going to be. I thought it was very competitive. But it felt good to be here, honestly, and to play with these talented women. Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clark, Lexi Hall, Kelsey Mitchell, they all great people to be around. They help me when I don't know things. They know the system really well. So I asked them a lot of questions yesterday. I don't know. They probably got annoyed by me, but I did ask them a lot of questions yesterday.
Now let's be real. Talent doesn't guarantee anything. There are still questions. Can a front court handle elite physical teams? Will the chemistry hold under pressure? Can they sustain this over a full season? Those are real concerns. But here's what's different this time. Indiana actually has answers. Depth, defense, leadership, and most importantly, a superstar playing at MVP.
Team Passat is huge. Like, if you've been looking at any of the drills, Justine Passat is huge.
She's 6 feet.
So now we come back to question. Is this just early hype? Or is this the start of something real? Because if what we're seeing in training camp carries into the season, the Indiana Fever aren't just improving. They're arriving. And the rest of the WNBA, they're going to feel it. So now I want your take. Did Indiana just build a championship team? Or is this all smoke before the season starts? Drop your answer below. And if you want to stay ahead of every major WNBA storyline, every Caitlin Clark performance, every breaking moment, make sure you subscribe. Because this season, it's about to get crazy.